Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Arslan here from Ship's web series, and in today's video, we're diving into a topic that has many aspiring developers scratching their heads. Web developer versus app developer. Which one should you choose for your future? Now, here's the thing. Many people jump into web development without realizing one crucial thing. Just because it's easier to get started doesn't mean it's the right fit for you long term. I've seen countless people start web development courses, get overwhelmed by coding, and eventually give up. Trust me, I've been there. But the real question is web development or app development really the best choice for you? In today's video, I'm going to break down the pros and cons of each, and give you some actionable tips to decide which career path is your perfect match. Plus, I'll share my personal experience with coding that might just help you avoid a common mistake that I made early on. So grab your coffee, and let's dive in. Alright, first things first. Let's talk about the basics. Both web development and app development are booming industries, but they serve different needs. Web development focuses on creating websites and web applications. Think of it like building the skeleton of an online experience, whether it's a blog, e-commerce store, or a social network platform. You're usually dealing with front-end, what users see, and back-end, the server-side logic, development. App development, on the other hand, is about creating mobile applications. Whether it's for Android or iOS, you're coding apps that people interact with on their smartphones and tablets. Apps tend to be more focused on a specific function, like gaming, photo editing, or messaging. Now, both careers are exciting and offer endless opportunities, but you've got to decide which direction suits you best. And trust me, it's not all about what seems cool or trendy at the moment. You've got to look at what excites you and where your skills align. Okay, now let's move into some actionable tips. I know a lot of people who get overwhelmed by web development because there's a ton to learn. But here's a secret. Mastering the fundamentals will make everything else easier. I mean it. When I started out, I didn't focus enough on HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I thought I could just jump into frameworks and build cool stuff. Wrong. Here's a simple example. Let's say you want to build a website. Without strong HTML, your structure will be all over the place. Without CSS, your site will look like a mess. And if you don't know JavaScript, you're stuck with a static website that can't interact with users. Actionable tip number 1. Focus on mastering HTML, CSS, and JavaScript first. Once you've got a solid grip on these, building websites will feel like second nature. And when you're ready, you can move on to frameworks like React, Angular, or Vue.js. This is a mistake I made early on. I jumped into frameworks before fully grasping the basics. It slowed me down, and I had to go back and fix things. Don't make the same mistake. Now, we can't talk about development without mentioning one simple truth. Practice makes perfect. It doesn't matter how many tutorials you watch or articles you read. The key to becoming a great web developer is hands-on practice. I remember when I was working on my first real project, a simple portfolio site. It was frustrating. I spent hours coding and fixing bugs, but in the end, it was so rewarding to see it live. I actually used that project as a stepping stone to apply for freelance jobs, and it kickstarted my career. Actionable tip number 3. Start building projects as soon as you can. Whether it's a small portfolio, a personal blog, or even a simple to-do app, getting your hands dirty with real-world projects is the best way to improve your skills. And don't be afraid to fail. Every mistake you make is a learning opportunity. So there you have it. Web developer versus app developer. Both are amazing career paths, but the choice comes down to your interests and where you see yourself thriving. To recap, here are your action steps. 1. Master the fundamentals of web development first. 2. Stay up to date with the latest tools and trends, but pick the ones that fit your goals. 3. Get hands-on experience by building projects that will challenge you. If you enjoyed this video and found these tips helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more tips on web development and all things tech. Trust me, I've got a ton of exciting content coming your way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Keep coding and stay awesome. If you found today's discussion helpful, and you want to make sure you don't miss out on more in-depth tips about web development, coding best practices, and how to stay ahead in the tech world, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. Trust me, you'll want to be part of this community as we dive deeper into the world of development. Also, drop a comment below if you've ever struggled with the decision of choosing between web development and app development. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. What helped you make your choice? Or if you're still undecided, let me know, and I can guide you through it. Before I go, I also want to remind you that success in coding isn't about doing it perfectly right away. It's about progress, consistency, and staying passionate about learning. You'll face challenges, you'll hit roadblocks, but the key is to push through and keep building. And hey, if you need any inspiration or motivation, make sure to check out my previous video on